So what exactly constructor is? See, constructor is basically a method with same class name, right? So how we can create any program related to constructor? Let me show you. Okay, we have an error. Let me remove that error first. Okay. Otherwise, every time we will get a warning. Okay. Now, I'm just going to create a new class. No package required. I'm going with a default package. I'm just mentioning that that is constructor, and I'm going with a main. Right now. Okay. So how can we deploy? So that is Java. Let me go to the perspective. Okay. So what exactly constructor is? Let me create another class. That class name is define constructor. Okay. Now this is a class which I created. Okay. Right now this class does not have any method. So we need to provide a specific method to that class. So how we can provide a method? Either we can define a method like public void show, this type of method we can mention. Else what we can do, we can just type public and then class name. So that is class name this. Now this is known as a constructor. This is the first constructor which we are having. Okay, if I'm going to print something in that sys out, hi from define constructor class. So you will get this type of message when you create the object of this class. Remember one thing, when you create the object of this class. Okay, so I'm just going to create the object of this class. So that is define constructor. Okay, and then we are having an object. Any name we can write in place of this object, and then the constructor. So this section you can see that if I'm talking about this section, so this section C is similar to this one. We are having name, okay, and then we are having bracket, okay, the opening bracket. That is basically a function bracket. Right now, let me run this code. Right click, run as a Java application. So we are getting hi from define constructor class. This is the first type of constructor we are having. Secondary, what we can have? We can have a parameterized constructor. So what is the parameterized constructor? See, parameters are the values basically which are fired inside your what do you even say, inside your specific bracket, okay, or inside your constructor block, inside your method block. So whatever block you are using on that, the parameter which you fire, that is known as a parameterized constructor, parameterized method. That parameter can be either integer, that can be character, float, okay, string, any type of parameter you can fire. So how we can create a constructor? Let me create another constructor. Okay. So if I'm trying to create another constructor, so what they are saying, the constructor with the same name already created. So we cannot change, I mean, we cannot, that is just like a reinitialization of an element. So I'm just going to fire integer a. Okay. Then I'm not getting any type of it. Right. Now, but how we can call this? So let me print the same message that I'm from define constructor parameter, not class, parameter block. And here I can say define constructor default block. So we are having two blocks. First is a parameterized block. Second is a default block. So these two types of block we are having right now. Okay, so All right. Now that is done. Now let me create let me create an object. What I can do, I can just write x equals to new define constructor and then a parameter value, which I'm firing 4. Okay, semicolon. So what is x? X is not recognized any variable. Let me make this obj equals to like this. So now let me run this code. So we are getting both output. Here what I did, see this program is simply like, let me run this code. Done as a Java application. So what is the meaning of this? See, this is basically known as a reference variable. So what is the reference variable? Let me tell you about a reference variable. Let me go with another program and make it very clear about that. What is a reference variable? A reference variable. Okay, I'm not going with any package. I'm going with a default package. And then what exactly a reference variable is? See, reference variable is like this. We are having integer a semicolon, first declaration, and I'm just writing integer a equals to 10, and then I'm just printing sys out a. Right, again, I'm just firing a equals to 20. Then we are having sys out b. Okay, now, okay, not b, this is a. Now I'm just going to run this program. So we are getting these two output. First is a 10, second is a 20. That is basically known as a reference variable. So this is my reference variable. This is a object variable. After that, this is a object variable. Okay. Now, if I don't want this block, so what I can do, I can simply put comment in front of this line. Now what will be my output? This is my output, that hi from define constructor parameter block. Okay, and if I am maintaining this inside a comment, so we are getting this type of output, that hi from define constructor default block. Okay, spelling mistake. Default, DEFAULT. So that is basically known as a default block, right?